27F, I've never been in a relationship, or have sex. Thoughtful face. Quite contrary to stereotypes, I have never cared about saving myself for marriage. I'm comfortable with my sexual desires and masturbate often since 15. My little secret is I'm still a virgin. I'm quite extroverted and can dress up properly, so most people don't assume that I am. They just think I don't like relationships. TBH, some thought I'm a whole lol. For the first 20 or so years of my life I was a depressed kid who hated myself. I gradually learned to find confidence and have come to love my body. Fitness was a huge part of it since it helps me feeling so physically strong and lifts my mood no matter what. Being successful is also the most important thing for me, so men and relationships have never been on the top of my list. On the other hand, I don't wanna have sex just to tick it off the box. Trust me, I've tried a few times. Most of my life it was fine, because I prioritized finding myself and knew I needed to do that on my own. I never felt ready to give someone control and influence over my feelings and decisions. I'm genuinely proud that I built myself to become the woman that I am today, and I just don't feel broken anymore. However, for the past year or so I've finally become mentally ready to welcome someone into my life and still retaining who I am. I'm concerned that my virginity can be an issue though, and I'm a bit self-conscious about it. I also don't know how to navigate a meaningful relationship. I would liken this to playing a sport for the first time. You've seen people play it, just never play it yourself. On top of that, you show up late for the game. I'm in no rush to marry the next guy I meet, and I have no one I'm interested in right now. Mentally I know I have to do this the right way, but that little voice in my head though. Advice? You are looking at this the wrong way, my dear friend. You have a nearly foolproof asshole detector thanks to your life choices. Kind of guy who cares about you being a virgin at all is a no-go. You don't even have to wait to find out they suck. They will tell you very quickly upon learning that. You will have the guys who think it's weird. Dump. Guys who think that makes you more pure somehow. Dump. The guys who want to be your first because they think they bring something special to the table. Dump. So use that thing, lady. You have accidentally given yourself almost a shitty boyfriend superpower and you don't want to waste it. As for the other issues, I was my wife's first boyfriend ever. We met when she was 36. She wasn't a virgin, she was a doctor who had career goals that she put ahead of romance. But as far as navigating a meaningful relationship, experience is fucking irrelevant. If you are a good person and you are honest with your partners, and you use that handy dandy asshole screening tool you will have nothing to worry about. Good luck. I think you're smart. Smile. You've waited till you're confident in yourself. It really won't matter if you're a virgin when you get into a relationship because you prioritize yourself and your love for yourself. I can assure you, there won't be a lot of men that will see you being a virgin as a problem. This post is eerily similar to my situation. I'm also 27 meters virgin. I've always prioritized myself and never felt like the time was right for a relationship, as it would get in the way of achieving my goals. I'm also starting to look for a relationship now and get nervous because of my lack of experience. My advice to you would be to wear it on your sleeve. No one can shame you, if you aren't ashamed of it. All my friends know I'm a virgin and sometimes we make jokes about it, like in a couple of years I'll awaken my magical powers. But I never feel bad for who or what I am. If you let your partners know and they react negatively, then they aren't worth it. Same, though I'm 24F. I feel better now. I'm in med school trying to get my life together and haven't dated anyone seriously before either. Hooray for subconsciously prioritizing ourselves, lol. M29. I was a virgin till 27, so I don't think it's an issue. My boyfriend said I was gross when I started my period. I was at my boyfriend's, 16 meters, and started my period and accidentally, obviously, bled on his bed. I was hurrying trying to get myself cleaned up, but he walked in and saw the blood on his sheets. He had a you look on his face and said, "That's fucking gross. You couldn't have gotten off my fucking bed." I was embarrassed, so I stayed upstairs for a while, and maybe 30 minutes later, he came back up, apologized and said his sister had tampons and or pads in the bathroom. He said his brother told him he was being dumb. mom. What do you guys think? My mom said since his first reaction was to be hurtful and he's old enough to know better yet needed his brother, who's only 2 years older, to tell him to apologize, means I should break up with him. He called me and said I saw that he was having a really bad day and he just snapped on the first annoyance he came across and apologized again. Yes, he was an ass. Yes, he was in the wrong, but he apologized. If this is a one-off, I would say this isn't breakup territory. I'm sure your mom has said some dumb shit when she has had a bad day. I doubt she got dumped for it. On a related topic, hydrogen peroxide is great for getting blood out of sheets. Pour some on, let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, then throw them in the wash. I've heard lemon juice will do in a pinch, but I've never tried it. As a 36-year-old female in would say he has apologized and he realizes what an ass he was, I would give him the benefit of the doubt. He's 16. He learned a valuable lesson. This may know about periods in theory, but may not have had a lot of experience in real life. The good news is that he does listen when others explain things to him. He did apologize. And he offered you supplies. Give him another chance. Is this the only time he's acted like this? Has he done or said other things? If this is the only time, I'd give him one pass. But just one. This is the first time anything like this has happened, so he wouldn't have had an opportunity. Not every dumb thing is breakup worthy. He did something wrong, he apologized. Move on. Is it possible to not be sexually fulfilled by your partner in the beginning but develop sexual chemistry over time? I, 26/F, just started dating someone, 28/M, about a month ago and he's an absolute gem of a person. We went on a bunch of dates and he refused to let me pay no matter how much I fought for it. I had to step away to go to the bathroom to pay in advance on a couple of occasions lol. He also brought me flowers, which I haven't received from a man in years, texts me every morning and throughout the day, doesn't get tired of seeing me every day, etc. We only had our first kiss a few days ago after about a month and a half of dating. This was super unusual to me, for a guy to take things slow and not jump at the opportunity to be sexual. We kissed for a bit and cuddled and went to sleep. It was nice, but I felt like he had reservations about kissing me with tongue. I asked him if he's not into it and he said he doesn't mind it, but he gets sloppy with tongue kissing. I didn't really push the conversation and just kept kissing him however he felt comfortable, which was evidently with a lack of tongue. However, I'm really fond of tongue kissing / making out. To me, kissing is just as intimate, maybe more so, than sex. We haven't really gotten anywhere near there yet, sex, but now I have insecurities that it might not be as fulfilling as I hope for it to be. I've had a lot of unfulfilling sexual experiences and I'm a bit paranoid and insecure about it. I've only ever had fulfilling sex with my first partner of 6 years. Every partner thereafter has been lackluster, just a lack of chemistry or preferences that didn't resonate with mine. Also, he doesn't seem to be as into making out and random kisses as much as I am. So, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if people have had experiences with their partner where it wasn't all that great to begin with, but eventually through communication and experience, it got better and was satisfactory. If so, please share what types of communication / feedback led to it being better. Thanks. Update, he came over for dinner and then slept over. It got pretty darn intimate and it took me by surprise. Nope. He's very much into me and he's very much open to tongue kissing too. I asked him if anyone had made him feel self-conscious about it and he said no, I'm just drooly. But he really isn't lol. Anyway, mid-makeout, I made a point to tell him I love his sloppy kisses for positive reinforcement and he reciprocated. I realize now that it was an insecurity of my own rather than an issue with him. Liking him as much as I do, I felt uncomfortable that he's not being more forward, but he really is just an anomaly and take things slow, unlike what I'm used to. I really appreciate everyone's input because it gave me the confidence to know that pretty much anything can be worked out through communication. Thank you all for your kind words. Yeah, it can improve over time, especially as one gets more comfortable with you. It can also stay the same or even get worse. Within a few months of regular sex you will know. You might have to give him direction if you have certain preferences. He sounds sweet and a little shy. Give it a chance and see. He doesn't mind it, but he gets sloppy with tongue kissing. This reads like he's been told he gets sloppy and is self-conscious about it. Being self-conscious about sex is very normal, especially at the beginning. I think if the two of you can talk about what you want openly, it would help. I once heard a phrase that's quite fitting here. It's easier to teach a good person to be a good lover than to teach a good lover to be a good person. Edit. Well, it seems this loosely translated saying, of which I don't even know the origin, earned me my first award. Cheers to you, kind stranger. This brightened up my evening smile. Edit 2. I'm glad my not even quite right saying from I don't know where blew up that much and that it potentially helped someone. Cheers to everyone who gave an award. Is it possible he's hiding something? Not like maliciously or anything. I didn't want to have sex with my previous girlfriend for a long time because I knew I couldn't last long and I don't have a great body. She kept hyping it up and saying all these sexual things that we're going to do together, and I just felt the pressure get stronger and my libido go down. Got to the point where I was not looking forward to disappointing her and actively looked for excuses not to initiate sex. I'm not sure. How can I inquire without pushing his buttons or making him feel uncomfortable? I mean, I think I'll probably just move at his pace and take things slow. I like him enough to be patient. In the back of my mind, I do think about how sexual chemistry is something I want to know exists before diving really deep into the relationship.